Oh, I have a really neat topic of conversation for you guys that probably we've never ever even considered or even thought about. The mere fact that these coins at one time were produced in open competition. So, for example, the Jefferson nickel that you have right here before you was originally released in 1938. Okay, so you have one piece that looks pretty cartoony by today's standards, and then you have the regular Jefferson nickel that we're really used to seeing in everyday commerce. You guys may not have known this, but at the time, right before they decided to change out the nickel from the Buffalo to whatever its newest design was going to be, is that they held an open competition over about, I wouldn't say over, but 390 designers came forward to try and produce what would become the newest nickel. Now, we all know how it turned out, okay? Almost 80 years ago, Felix Schlag won the competition with its realistic rendering of Thomas Jefferson on the front of the coin and Monticello on the back. Won over the design competition, obviously. But let's not discount some of the other designs that made headlines. For example, the image that you see to the left here was one such other design that was crafted during this competition. Now, just a comparison between the two, really, it really does look cartoony. But it's something that we gotta figure out as far as the history of the coins is it's a lot deeper than just collecting the coins. If you wanted to get really into the history of the things, knowing exactly how the designs came to be is an important factor in learning about your coins. Furthermore, a lot of the coins that you see today were at one point part of a design competition. So let's say, for argument's sake, that we were rummaging through a flea market or a garage sale and happened to come across some pretty detailed drawings of, say, the Lincoln cent. It wasn't just Victor David Brenner that won the competition. There was a number of people that actually put their name in a hat to get the design made. How much do you think those proposed designs would go for in the open market? So it's another such type of collectible, aside from the coins, that you guys could look for. Now let's talk a little bit about the history of the coin to the left here. Okay, now you're going to see images of the reverse. The reverse, there's not a whole lot of difference. Okay, one coin does look dramatically different because it was produced as a mirrored proof finish. But before I get too ahead of myself, the pattern on the left was one of the original designs that were in the competition. This one was by an artist by the name of Karel Hegda, a Dutch designer, by trade an engraver, probably a die sinker at one point. Made the actual, not only the conceptual drawings of that coin, which could very well have been Thomas Jefferson's nickel today, you never know. Made the conceptual drawings and the plaster molds of the coin. Now, during a Stax Bowers auction quite a few years back, about 23 years ago, mid-90s, they sold a pair of the original plaster models for just over $4,000. And it was purported that a European dealer bought the clay models and actually minted some of the pieces. This is toward the end of the 1990s. I think it was 97, 98. In fact, the European company produced 1,998 as in the corresponding year that they were produced, 1998 pieces in the proof quality finish of Carol's design from 1938. So the design and the clay cast molds have survived nearly 60 years before something was done to them, sold, and then subsequently used to produce patterns. Now, as of 2002, this European company still had some of the 1938 conceptualized pieces available for sale, only a few of them. And at the time, they were being sold for 34.5 pounds, which equated to about $63 at the time, and this was around 2002. So there is almost 2,000 pieces of Carol Hedgeda's design floating around out there. I would venture to guess that they're worth a good deal of money. There's not a whole lot of them out there, and the Jefferson nickel aficionado slash group, they are a very dedicated group of collectors, and very distinguished too. So just a little history lesson into your fantastic nickel, one of the most widely collectible, well collected series in US coinage, has a little history to it. Again, same with the Buffalo nickel. They did an open artist competition, Peace Dollar, Morgan dollars, you name it. Every single coin, every single new design. Yeah, there was some sort of ceremonial type of 1 versus 100. I'd hate to use a game show type analogy, but yeah, there was a lot of people involved, and maybe this is something that's missing today. There just aren't enough open design competitions for new coins, and that's probably why some of the designs lacks some of the substance that a lot of its predecessors possesses. But in any event, thank you guys for watching. This is a fun, fantastic, kind of whimsical topic today. Something different than my normal spiel. But I'm glad I was able to share this with you today. You guys have a fantastic evening, and I shall talk to you later. Take care.